I'm now thinking about
Bueno, you
something.
repeat?
Okay, I repeat. Okay, so
May I say
there are.
just a little thing before you start?
Yeah.
Because they have been shooting in different moments during the day,
Yeah.
and they can do a little documentary,
Yeah.
very simple, and this can be shown the politicians as well, and when they speak in English, it can be translated. But they can. This is going to be maybe it's going to be interesting.
Translating, no, the politician I go to show this, he speak English very well, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer to listen in English.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Yeah, I'm not speaking about you.
Okay.
I'm speaking about the politician.
Yeah, no, me.
Most of
The
them are
politician
rather
I want to
ignorant.
show this what he say. He speak English, okay?
Okay, I'll tell it again. So about these sculpture shows where we've taken part in, they have a clear goal. So they're set up with the goal to change the ideas about the region.
You mean in France?
You mean, and that is Nantes.
Nantes.
Nantes is a city in France, and this is about the Ruhr area, Emscherkunst. And their idea is that you can change how people think about the region through art, through making installations, to making sculptures, gardens, putting art in this public space, and to give not only the people who live there, that is important, the people who live there change their mind about their own region, but also attract other people from abroad and change or show them the stories, the possibilities of this region. So, for instance, with Emscherkunst, the Ruhr area was always a very industrial area, and it had a heavy industry with a lot of pollution. And now it's changing into an area where a lot of people still live. It's 4 or 5 million people, but they're changing. And you had a little river, and this little river, the Emscher, was a sewer. It's a shit. All the shit of the Ruhr area, literally, came into this river. And they said, okay, along this river, we're going to transform this river again into a clean river, into a natural river. Now it's the backside of the Ruhr area, but we want to make it into the front side of the Ruhr area. So we're gonna make this river clean again. So that's costing 3 milliard euros. And during this process, we put art. So in this process of changing it, we already show what's possible. And we show people what it can be. And that's when we built this Warten auf dem Fluss. So, and in Nantes it's a bit the same. You have this also an industrial town, an harbor town, and it was going down. Industry was disappearing, and they were thinking the only way to change, to give a good, to change it in a positive way, is through culture. And it's happened on a lot of ways. So it's not only that they make a sculpture show, they did it on a lot of ways. Improving the city, improving the public transport, nice architecture. But what they also said, during this process, we are making artworks, gardens connected to the landscape, that show people give a new identity to the region. And now people are coming and they make tours, they come in all kinds of different places where nobody ever came. And already the tour between, like, going from one sculpture to another is already interesting for a lot of people. And so they are changing. And you saw it also, and we can invite people from Nantes who were taking part in this process. And they really said like, okay, if you see from where we started and what it's now, they had a good mayor, they had a good, it's plus plus plus, but this um, idea of having culture as a very powerful force to change things or to
It's possible to change and
show the
make
change
people
that we
change their
want,
mind and
tell the
change
stories,
landscape.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's very good. And it's not only about that you attract people because there's something nice, but these pieces they tell also something about what's happening, or what could be happening. And that's also about let people from from this region take part in it. So it's not only that something lands there and they're like, oh yeah, applause, but it's makes it also into a kind of lively place, give it new energy.
Yes. And the proposals of
Yeah, so that's a bit about these, and it's a method, and you can copy it if you want, but you have to, and if you copy it, you always do it good, always copy it in a better way, and specific to what's here, you can copy it. Just take the nice parts and think like, okay, if I put here a few sculptures, then we're finished and everybody will come. No, it's not that easy. You have to do it in your own way, with the people here, and with the what's very, I think that's very important. There, somebody can start it, but in the end, you need everybody to be part of it. Because otherwise, it stays an isolated thing. But it's and it's not an easy process, and I think it maybe also takes years to. It's also not. You, yeah, there's no guaranteed result. But I think if you do it well, and it can be a lot of fun, and in the end, like you can
we
have
were
a
speaking
profit.
about Extremadura, the Foster Museum. We can also speak about the city of Bilbao, where there was completely a disaster.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
maybe one of the first.
Local authorities, they said, well, this is the end of an era. The industrial city of Bilbao cannot be anymore because this industry is very old. So the city has totally, it's necessary to change it completely. We have to transfer the port to make it an international port, put it in the middle, not in the middle of the sea, but far from the coast, a little bit more, because there is a difficulty for entering the ships, and clean the river that crosses Bilbao and opens into the sea, put all these industries down, return all this rubbish, with the exception of a few peculiar industries that can be respected as archaeological industry, ecological industrial interest. And there is something more we need. And they were thinking of a very big, extraordinary building made in the city of the center and so on. And I don't know how, but in a certain moment, somebody told them, well, the Americans of the Guggenheim are finding places all over the world to do other extensions of the Museum Guggenheim. What about if we ask them if they have an interest in coming to Bilbao? So they came, and they say, oh good, we will participate if you like. And which are going to be the profits for the city of Bilbao. Fantastic. They didn't know exactly at the beginning, but they have become fantastic. Many people is going to Bilbao because this building or this museum not only means, which is a good collection, art lovers go there from France, from Spain, from Italy, from many countries, but also because the city of Bilbao is changing, absolutely. If you go to Bilbao now, it's becoming a beauty. The river and so on, they are putting all the industrial rubbish out, which are not necessary nowadays because it's something from the past. And instead of that, they are building beautiful gardens and restoring the river and doing modern architecture and thousands of things. So the city of Bilbao has profit a lot from this idea, which is concentrated as a symbol in the Guggenheim Museum. And this has happened in many other places in the world. And it could happen here somehow.
Okay, very nice. And you? Do you want to say anything about the project? What do you think about the religions or about the project or?
I need to think that.
Yeah, you are very tired. And you? Anything? Daria?
En español o en inglés?
No, in English, in English.
In English, the same thing. I think it's a transformation in two directions. The artist does something here, influenced by the region, and the region is going to be influenced by the artist, and everyone is going to get transformed, and it's something that is going to be a treasure for the region. So.
Art, in my opinion, is a fountain of prestige. If the art is quality art, can be very, very good for.
It's the best. I have worked with
It's
many.
a very good investment.
Yeah.
Very
In my
good
opinion, I think La Rioja is an international brand, and we need international artists, prestige artists, and very famous artists, because we finish with the day when we have a regional artist, because it is very good, but we are a very good brand, and it's necessary people with a name, with a brand. It's for me very important.
So,
Finish.
Okay.
Bien,
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Vamos a cenar. sí, ya.
Corten.